Good morning, my friends. Welcome to class. Let's get started. Good morning. This is SAT ACT Prep for Monday, the 31st of August, 2020. Today is all about organizing and showing you the organization of the class. We're going to go through last week, which was week 2. Remember, week 1 didn't have any course content. It was just your module in your homeroom. And then week 3 is this week. We're going to go over the assignments for this week. We're going to do an activity together, part 1 and part 2. You're going to get it started in class and then finish it on your own, and then I'll show you your independent work. All right, in Classroom right now, you should have a week 2 organizing document. Please go there and open it now. This is what we're looking at together. All of the assignments from last week, the day they were assigned, are listed on the top table. So you can see each of our assignments. Most of them last week were in ReadWorks. You also had a Khan Academy and a Quill Diagnostic, and then you had one assignment in Google Classroom. And then finally, that last row is your quizzes, prefixes. Now what you're going to do today is go through that and make sure you have completed all of those assignments. Most of them are already loaded in PowerSchool. Some of them are not yet, but they will be soon. So if there's something on there that you have not done, you need to do it. Now at the bottom of the table, there's an attendance record. That's just to keep track of the days that you've been present, and if you were not present in our live class, what you did in order to make up for that daily attendance. And if you're not sure how to do that, please talk to me. Usually it's just completing the assignments from that day. And then if you have notes or questions about class, you can leave it over on the side. All right, if you could take a minute now and open your week 3 document in Google Classroom, this is the one you're going to be using for the rest of the week. So as you can see, there are more assignments on week 3 because now we're into the meat of the class. You can also see that there's usually 2 to 3 assignments per day. Some of those will be completed on the daily live stream. Some of those will be completed in your independent work time. For today, you have 2 assignments. We will talk about both of them shortly, but you notice that you do not have a ReadWorks today. You do not need to do a ReadWorks article unless you need to go back and make up one from last week. You should have 4 completed right now. And then you can see each of the other assignments. Now, you don't need to worry about anything else from the rest of the week. All you need to worry about is what's due today, and then mark off that you completed it. And then at the bottom of the table, mark off that you attended today. You also notice at the very bottom, if you're looking forward to Friday, on Friday you'll have an opportunity during our live class to retest on quizzes. So if you were absent last Friday and you missed the quiz, or you got a score that's lower than what you wanted, you can retest on Friday. That means that you need to be practicing this week. Now, if you're happy with your quiz score from last week, if you feel really solid on all of those prefixes, then you're done for this week. We'll start new quizzes next week, but this week you are set. However, if you really want to improve your score, then make sure that you're practicing this week, and on Friday you'll have a chance to retest. All right, let's dive into part 1. In Google Classroom, you're going to open up the assignment labeled Activity 2. Now we're going to be talking about an article this week, and the article is about scientific research about practice and what it takes to build greatness in any subject, really. And to start, you're going to share some opinions. So you can see 4 statements here. You're going to rate them from 1 to 5. 1 is I strongly disagree, 5 is I strongly agree, 3 would be I'm not sure, I'm kind of in the middle, and then 2 and 4 would be agree and disagree, respectively. So the first one, people are born great. You either got it or you don't. If you think, yes, I absolutely agree, put a 5. If you think, probably 4. If you think, I really don't have an opinion, put a 3. If you think, I'm not quite sure, put a 2, etc. You get it? Second one, you can make yourself great if you put in many hours of practice. The third one, if you find your natural talent, you will be great from the first day and achieve fame and fortune. And the last one, people usually do get better when beginning a particular activity, but stop making improvements fairly soon after. So go ahead and rate those 1 to 5 on each one. Let's look down at part 2. We're going to be reading an article, Jeff Colvin's What It Takes to Be Great, and it uses a lot of language around research. So we're going to use those words to put into the chart. Now you can see there's 9 words there kind of in italics right above the chart. Each one of those goes one place. So you can see 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1 all the way across, and then 2 below. Each one of those is going to get one of those words. So you are trying to match these words with each of the categories. So you're looking first for authors of a study. Which of these words have a similar meaning? So scientific, findings, conclude, observations, researchers, publication, study, experts, question. So if you've read through those, maybe you choose experts. It has a similar meaning to authors of a study. And you would put that right on where number 1 goes under authors of a study. You're going to continue in that way, filling out all of the rest of the words into the table. And that's going to complete your part 2 of activity 2. So once you've done those 2 parts, you can submit that assignment. Today's independent work, you have 2 things. One of them is activity 2, which we just did. The other one is a survey about your plans for the SAT and ACT. Now, I know a lot of you were not put in this class because you're super excited about taking the SAT very soon. Some of you were not even given a choice. You're just kind of put here. So this survey asks you some questions about your plans so that I can better tailor this course to meet your needs. So this is the survey. Again, it is in Google Classroom. There are 8 questions. The more detail you can give me, the better. So if you are a 9th grader, please note on questions 4 and 5 that you probably have not taken the plan or the PSAT. Okay? And if you have a specific test date, you're already registered for the SAT or ACT, please do tell me when, because I can make sure that you have enough practice before then. We can rearrange things a little bit. And then that last question is the most important one to me, is what should I know about you to help me teach you better? What details would be helpful for me to know that I can be a better teacher for you? So again, the more detail you can give me, the better. Fill this out, turn it in Google Classroom, and that is the end of your independent work for today. All right, as always, if you have questions or comments, please leave them in the chat or send me an email if you need to meet with me individually, especially if you're struggling or falling behind or need help completing work. Please let me know. I am available to meet with you during the afternoons, and I would love to help you. So thank you guys. Thank you for your work, and I will see you tomorrow.